This is the Capita Outsiders on the table under the pretty lights. You can see here side cut going on, the depth and how it plays on the table, and the camber profile. But just to say, you know, one of my favorite boards at this price point for more technical all mountain freestyle riding, but you know, it's got a little more consequence than your average mountain freestyle ride, but it can still butter and play around, not in a forgiving way, but in a very poppy, energetic way. And you can see here on the table, it's a mostly camber ride going, basically it's just camber going down to just, you know, a little bit of play in the nose and tail, but it's almost a full camber ride. And unlike the DOA or the Outsiders, it's the one that leans on the far end of mostly camber, where the DOA is kind of a hybrid camber, but you know, it's got a lot of flat after the inserts, where this continues on with camber. And then the Outsiders just kind of goes to rocker right after the inserts. Sorry, not the Outsiders, the Outer Space Living goes from camber between the feet to rocker. And the Outsiders just, you know, keeps that camber going, and it has lots of pop, liveliness, and energy. This is the, what size is this? Where is she? This is like the 154, I think. It's kind of a smaller one, somewhere around there. But let's talk about the fit underfoot. For those of you who want to see if your boot footprint, a lot of readers have asked us to measure, not just publish the, you know, for those that just publish nose, tail, and waist, they wanted to see how wide it is where the inserts are. So from the back insert, it's just about 26.5, 26.6, somewhere around there. And then about 25.4, right around there. And it'll be in the same in the front because it's a true twin with the centered stance. And then if you want to do the whole setback on board thing, if you're only getting one board, it's not going to be ideal for directional float and powder. This is not a that kind of board. And if you want to set it all the way back with traditional discs, you're looking at 22.5 inches. And then the difference between nose to the back insert and tail to the back insert is 2.25 inches. That means it's only 1.125 inches back on board. That's not a lot of directional float, as you can see. And then you throw in a mostly camber and almost all camber ride, you're basically going back to the old days. Maybe just a touch better than what this board would be if it was full camber, but you're really going to struggle there. So if you're one of those riders that loves camber, then you're in powder and you know how to ride a camber twin in powder, then you're fine. You know, this base, it's got some die cut, you can feel the bumps, but for the price point, it's got good glide. It's not an amazing base, but it doesn't really have the lows. It doesn't have the highs either, but it's kind of always right there in the good glide range, especially if you don't maintain it. So that's kind of cool for, you know, for those low maintenance kind of guys. So all in all, the Outsider, such a fun board for mountain freestyle riding, and just got so much pop and energy and so much fun out of the turn that it's just one of those boards we often recommend for, you know, technical yet buttery, technical, poppy, all mountain freestyle rides. The only problem is the edge hold, but you know that already.